Hello my fellow traders, happy Sunday to you all. Hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. And the Potter here again, and I'm here with another banger analysis on the US dollar pairs that we trade. Today's episode is going to be special because I will be walking you guys through my spreadsheet on the CFTC data, what I'm expecting for the coming week, and what the high institutions has been doing with their position. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let's quickly dive into it straight away. And as you guys know, I always like to kick it off with the Euro USD per daily time frame. Looking at my chart here, you can see that my chart is well marked out and clean like always. And if you watch the previous video I made on the US dollar pairs that we trade, you should know that the market was trading around this area when I made that previous video, and I said that I wasn't interested in shorting this pair because the high institution, which are the people that move the market, was only interested in adding to their long position. So I was only interested in longing all these US dollar pairs that we trade. And as you can see, what happened when this trend line here got retested, the market moved to the upside. I was expecting this market to continue moving to the upside, probably to come to this my monthly key level around this area and this supply zone here, but unfortunately that didn't happen because of this supply zone around this area. So this past week was just here. As you can see, this candle was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday news. This massive candle here drop like this. So what am I expecting for the coming week? Well, you guys know that I like to trade from the 4-hour time frame, and I use the daily time frame to see the bigger picture of the market. So let's quickly dive into 4 hours, where I always like to break the chart down and where I like to get my entries. And as you guys know, like on the previous video I made, this is the demand zone where I'm expecting the market to come to before I will start looking for my buying. So let's go to 4 hours, where I like to break down the chart. Looking at the 4 hours here, you can see that when the trend line got retested on the daily time frame, which was here, the market pushed up to this 4 hours supply zone here, and this 4-hour supply zone, the market couldn't take it out. The market had to respect it. That's why when the news dropped, we see this massive drop happened. And after this massive drop on Friday night, when the CFTC data got released, I find out that the high institutions are still aggressively adding to their long position. They are not interested in buying, so in selling. So what is that telling me? That's telling me something, that on the nearest picture that we are going to be seeing a massive buying coming into the market. So let me take you guys to the Euro USD spreadsheet. Okay, this is my Euro USD spreadsheet. Take a good look at here. You can see from April 23rd, the high institution long position was on 167,000. April 30, 167,000. May 7th, 170,000. May 14, 178,000. May 21, 182,000. And May 28th, their position got to 184,000. And June, which was last Tuesday data, and the data, the high institutions always submit the data to CFTC on Tuesday, but the CFTC released the data every Friday night Nigerian time. So on Friday, when the data got released, last week data got released, I find out that the high institutions added aggressively to their long position and took profit on their short position. Looking at the long position here, what are you seeing? From May 28, their long position was currently 184. June 14, they increased it from 184 to 188. And on their short position, look at their short position here. On May 21, their short position was 141. On May 28, their short position reduced to 127. And June for their short position got reduced to 121,000, and you can see this is change in short and this is change in long. I haven't worked on all this place because I've been busy with a whole lot of things. As you can see, I'm very busy putting on all these data together. You can see the change in long. Look at the minus 5,000 plus on their short position on June 4th, and on May 28th then minus 14,000 plus. On May 21 they minus 20,000, and this is what they add on their long. This is the change on their long. You can see on their long they are adding to their long and reducing their short. So if the high institution, the people that moves the market, are adding to their long position and reducing their short, what is that telling me? That's giving me an inner signal that any drop that I'm currently seeing here is a profit taking on their short position. Yes, this market can, this coming week, it's possible for us to still see more drop before we start seeing the massive buying coming in. They want to drop this market to the next demand zone, which is, where is the demand zone that I'm looking for to start longing this market? Possibly, if this demand zone here doesn't hold, I'm looking at this demand zone here, which is the same with the daily time frame demand zone. As you can see, this area here is the same thing with this area here on the 4-hour time frame. This is the area I'm looking at, that once the market drop in this area, if I start seeing a buying momentum start kicking in, then once I got a confirmation here, like on a daily time frame, like something like a bullish engulfing here, then I will start longing this pair to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. And you guys, some people always message me on Telegram and say why is the market dropping, since the high institutions, people that move the market, are really interested in buying. And one thing you guys need to understand is that it's not immediately the high institutions start adding to their long position, the market will start moving to the upside. Look at what is going on here. The high institutions start adding to their long position and the market start going up here, but they had to respect this supply zone, this daily supply zone here, and this 4-hour supply zone here. They need to respect this supply zone. That's why this market is moving to the downside. So they are leaving retail traders to push this market to the zone where they will be interested in offloading that massive long position for this market to finally take off to the upside. I might be wrong, but with the experience I have had with tracking this high institution position, is that not immediately they start adding to their position, you will see the reaction start happening. You don't expect this market, because of this supply zone here, you don't expect this market to just come and take out this supply zone and start moving to the upside. Because if you look here, you see that since this supply zone got created here, the high institution hasn't used it to move price. This is the first time this market is coming here since it got created here. So they has to respect it here, possibly to push this market to this demand zone around this area. And looking at this demand zone around this area, you can see that since this demand zone got created here, the high institution hasn't used it to make to move price. So I'm not really interested in shorting. It's possible that we might see more drop, maybe to this demand zone here, which I doubt. But if this market doesn't hold here, I'm not interested in selling. I will just wait till I see a change in the high institutions position before I will start selling. Even once they start closing up their long and start adding to their short. But I doubt that is going to happen, because this past week that just finished, we see that they added more to their long and they reduced to their short position. So that's telling me that they are building a strong buying position. So I'm expecting this market, once it gets here, I'm expecting to start seeing a buying momentum start kicking in. And what you guys has to know is that every trader has his own different style of trading. For me, I don't trade with the news. I'm not a news trader. I only use the CFTC data and the retail sentiment to trade, because the retail sentiment tells me what the retail traders are doing, while the CFTC data tells me what the high institutions, which are the people that moves the market, is doing. So if I know that the people that moves the market is buying, and one news just come out and to deceive retail traders into believing that this market is going to be dropping massively, should I be focusing on what the reaction that the market has on the news, or should I be focusing on what the high institutions are doing? If you are getting what I'm saying clearly, you should be focusing on what the high institutions are doing, since the high institutions are the ones that are moving market. So I'm seeing a whole lot of people on Twitter shorting this market. For me, I'm not interested in shorting. Yes, I might be wrong, but with the time I've been tracking this, high institutions doesn't disappoint. I have never been that 100% wrong, unless I calculate the data the wrong way. So the data always plays out. So what I'm expecting is for this market to come here before we start seeing that buying momentum start building. Looking at the news, that is the CPI news coming out on Wednesday. You can see on Wednesday we have a CPI news here. Look at what the prediction of the CPI here. The previous is 0.3, and the forecast is 0.3 as well. And looking at here, you can see that previous is 0.3 and the forecast is 0.1, which is lower than the previous. They are forecasting for the CPI to be lower than the previous here. That's what the forecasting is showing us here. So what if the CPI news dropped on Wednesday and we see the CPI news come lower than the previous? That means the high institutions position is going, that's where they are going to start longing this market. So you should pay attention to this CPI news with the high institution data. So I'm going to be watching this CPI news on Wednesday to see how it will play out. Hopefully before Wednesday, the market will be around this demand zone here, and once the news drop, if I see the news goes against all and the market start pushing up, then I will start longing this market. One thing you have to understand is that the high institutions, people that moves this market, they don't play this game nicely. I always tell you guys this thing, they don't play this game nicely. What they always do first of all is, when they start adding to their long position, if it gets to some certain point, they will give space for the retail traders to believe that the market is going to the opposite direction, because they don't want you to know what they are doing. If the retail traders know what the high institutions are doing, that means everybody will be making money. So they play the game in a way that they will make sure that the retail traders will get it wrong. That's why they always say 80 to 90% of the retail traders lose money in the market. That's why I don't trade the news. I only pay attention to what the high institution, what the big monies are doing in the market. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to explain here. So all these things that is happening here, I'm not moved by this. I'm only focusing on what the people that moves the market are doing with their position. So I hope you guys understand it. So it's possible on this 4-hour time frame, it's possible on Monday for us to see more drop to come into this demand zone, or even probably take out this first demand zone, and this one holds here, because this demand zone here and this demand zone on the daily time frame is almost at the same area. That's where I'm looking to see to start long in the market. But if the CPI news comes out when the market gets here on Wednesday, if the CPI news comes out and this demand zone here got taken out, I will just stay off the market and wait till the next data is released before I will know what to do with my position, because I have other pairs that I'm currently holding positions on, which if you check the previous video I dropped yesterday, you are going to see the pairs that I'm currently holding on. So if this market doesn't play out as I expected on Wednesday, that means I will just focus on trading the pairs that I'm already holding till I see what the next data is and what the high institutions are doing with their position. So you guys should pay attention to what I'm explaining here. So that's all for Euro USD. Let's quickly look at GBP USD here. Okay, so looking at GBP USD here, looking at GBP USD here is also the same thing. As you can see, this market rallied to this supply zone here because the high institution hasn't used it to make a move price before. The market has to respect here. That's why we see when this market contacted here, we see this massive, bearish engulfing candle here. So it's possible when the market opened for us to see further drop to the downside. I'm not sure if it's going to get here, but it's possible to get here depending on how the market moves for the coming week by Wednesday. So if this drop is happening, I'm actually looking at this one. I'm actually looking at it depending on how I see Monday and Tuesday candle. Maybe if this the Monday and Tuesday candles move down massively, that means all the pair are giving me what I need. But if I see a push with a candle that is weak on Monday and Tuesday here, there is a possibility by Wednesday, if the data release and it goes in the favor of the dollar, there is a probability that we will be shorting this market for just a short time sell here to come to this demand zone here. Let's look at what is going on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, looking at the 4-hour time frame here, you can see this trend line hasn't been removed, and this supply zone here, I'm actually looking at this supply zone. There is a possibility for this supply zone to be removed, but if this supply zone doesn't get removed and the market starts shooting to the upside here, I will be looking for my entry to long this market. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if the high institution, the people that are moving the market, are only interested in buying, who am I to be selling? So I'm not really focusing on selling on all these US dollar pairs that we trade right now. I'm more interested in looking for where is the next institutional buying area where they will start moving the price to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for. And if you look at this area here, if this demand zone got taken out, this area can possibly be called a new demand zone here, because if you look at this small red candle here and this massive move here, there is a possibility to call here a new demand zone here. So in this market break here, it's possible to get to here, then we'll see a reversal to the to the upside. And you guys should know that it's not always every time that you see a trend line break that the market will continue dropping to the downside, because this is a 4 hours trend line. I hope you guys are understanding. This is a 4-hour time frame trend line here. There is a possibility that this trend line will get break, and when the market gets here, we see a reversal to the upside for the market to start shooting to the upside. So I will be just stepping aside, watching this one carefully and seeing how the market plays out. I'm not interested in selling at the moment. I'm just going to step aside and handle my trade in other pairs that I'm trading. Let's check what the high institutions are doing with their position on GBP USD. Let's go to this GBP USD spreadsheet here. Okay, looking at my GBP USD spreadsheet here, okay, you can see that on May 14, the high institution or long position was on 48. On May 21, their long position increased to 68. On May 28, their long positions increased to 93. On June 4th, their long position increased to 102,000 here. And if you look at their short position on May 14th, you will see that it was on 68. On May 21 they increased to it went down to 67. On May 28, 67 as well. On June, look here, on June 4th, they reduce it to 58. So they are reducing their short position, telling you they are taking profit on their short position, increasing their long position. That is giving me a side they are building a significant long position. So they are only interested in long. Look at their minus on their shorts on June 4th. They minus 8,731,000. They minus to their on their short position. So you can see that these people are minusing on their short position, increasing their long. So why should I be interested in selling if they are closing off their short position and increasing their long position? Hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. That's why I always tell you guys, create a spreadsheet and collect this data week to week. Put them on your spreadsheet, because you can't just go to the website and look at this week's spreadsheet data and use it to make decision. No, you have to put it together for several weeks to see what they have been doing with their position for like 4, 5, 6 weeks to know the side that they are more interested in, which is what we just checked here now since May 4th. You see what has been going on since May 4th here. And if you look on April 23 here, you see 48, 48. Then April 30 they reduce it, so the market was going sideways. But from May 14, you see from May 14 steady increase. Even from May 7, steady increase. You can see steady increase here. So they have since 4 weeks now they have been increasing their long, reducing their short. So that's telling me that these people are only interested in buying, they are not interested in selling. So let's quickly look at AUD USD. AUD USD is one pair that I'm not really interested in trading this one, because AUD USD is weak in overall with every other pairs. So AUD data is weak, but if GBP USD and Euro USD is going to be going up, and New Zealand USD, AUD USD as well will be going up. So let's look at AUD USD daily time frame here. Looking at the daily time frame here, as you can see, this massive candle on Friday was a news candle here. And once a news happens and candle close off like this with no weak candle here, I always see it as a profit taking. I don't see this as a bearish engulfing. So I'm not really interested in trading this market here. There is a possibility that we can see something like this when the market open. You can see something like this, then see this drop, or even possibly to here, because AUD is weak before we start seeing that massive buying start coming in. There is a possibility for that, but I'm more interested in trading the Euro and the GBP. That's the two that I'm more interested in trading for now. So which other pair that am I going to look at here? Which other pair should I look at here? Okay, let me look at gold. Gold, the high institutions has been taking profits on gold for a few weeks now. And if you guys are, for those that are on my Telegram channel, you will know that on May 24th or May 28th, I posted this chart here that I told you guys that the high institutions are taking profit on their long on gold. So we should be expecting a drop, but overall trend on gold is still bullish, but there is some profit taking going on. So once profit taking is going on, we see a drop to the opposite direction. I told you guys when the market was around this area here that I'm expecting this demand zone to be taken out, to come to here, to come to this high institution demand. This was their buying zone, their strong buying zone. Look at what happened here. You see this massive bullish engulfing, and the market came down and retested this demand zone here. You see, since then the market has been rallying to the upside, then created this another demand zone here, then the market started moving sideways. When I saw this movement here, that's when I noticed that the high institution are taking profits on their long position. This is actually where I wanted to start, shorting good when this supply zone here got created. Sorry, let me look for my okay. When this supply zone around this area got created, this is where I wanted to start shorting this market, but unfortunately they played in very nasty game here. You see this this supply zone here got taken out. Sorry guys, sometimes I mistake supply zone for demand zone, so if you hear that, just know it's a simple mistake. So this supply zone here got removed. You see the nasty game they played here, immediately it got removed. They sharply created another supply zone here, and this market drop. So when this drop happened and I saw that this trend line got breaking here, that's when I posted this chart on Telegram group, telling you guys that I'm expecting this demand zone around this area to be taken out, so that for this market to come to this bank institution buying demand zone area before we start seeing another push to the upside. That's what I'm expecting on good, because good is still very bullish. Forget this profit taking here. I'm expecting once this profit taking is done, probably around here, to start seeing them start acting back to their long position for this market to take off again. That's what I'm expecting on good. And looking at good on the 4-hour time frame here, you can see that when this happened here, this 4-hour trend line got broken here, and all this sideways move happened here, and this new massive supply zone got created here, and this drop happened. As you can see, this demand zone around this area has been taken out. So what am I expecting on good for the coming week? It's possible when the market open for us to see a push to the upside, something like this, before we see a further drop to the downside. Before we see a further drop to the downside, probably to something like this, we see a drop here. So this is what I'm expecting on good. Why I don't always like trading good week to week. Good is not a pair to mess with, because good has a lot of volatility. So I don't gamble on good. When good is playing out not nice, like the movement is not nice on good, I always like to stay away on good, because good is a pair that can blow your account within a minute or within few hours if you are not trading it carefully with a reasonable loss size and managing your risks very well. So I always trade good with care. That's why I haven't been trading good for quite some time now. I have just been stepping aside, looking at what is playing on trading other pairs that I love to trade. So this is what I'm expecting on good. And you guys have to understand one thing. There is one thing I'm always telling people. I'm not a day trader, guys. I'm a swing trader. I'm not a day trader. When I place my trade, some people will be like, why do you stay a week, 2 weeks sometimes without placing a trade? You have to understand, as a swing trader, you don't jump in and out on the market. If you want to be a day trader that you'll be looking for opportunities on time frame like 1 hour, 30 minutes and 15 minutes, that's fine. But for me, day trading is not working for me. I used to be a day trader before, but one thing that made me discuss to settle with swing trading is that swing trading is less stressful. When I was day trading, when I was more of a day trader back then, what always happened to me is that in 2 months, 3 months, I can be making money trading the smaller time frame. And when I got carried away and trend reversal happens, I see that the market will collect most all the profit that I have made for the past 2-3 months from me, and I will be like, I will get frustrated. Then I will start gambling on the market, trying to make what I have lost back. And on the process of trying to revenge my trade like that, I will end up blowing my account. So I have learned this the hard way. That's why I'm not eager in placing trade all the time. I always like stepping aside, because if you are on this trading game, you want to last long on this trading game, you have to manage it like a business. And my 5 years or more of trading now, I can tell you this for a fact: there is no other business out there that is more rewarding than forex trading. Because sometimes you can stay a month without making money, and just one single good trade that you make will make you what a business people that probably have shops or stores have not made for the past 3 months. Just in with one good trade, you will make a whole lot of money. So that's one good thing about being a forex trader, and knowing what works for you. You have to build your psychology to a point that you have to understand the kind of trader you are, what works for you. You have to be disciplined, just like what I explained on the previous video that I made. I have been shorting AUDCD for the past 4 weeks, but because I'm managing my risks very carefully, I'm able to hold that loose for that long period of time with almost 1% of a drawdown on my account. And now the market is playing out to my direction. I'm expecting to start adding to my position from next week, possibly. So as a trader, you have to always manage your risk very careful, and you have to know what works for you. Don't listen to what you see on Twitter. There are a whole lot of stupid things going on Twitter. You see people will say, I deposit $10, I turn it to 7,000. There's one I saw last week. I was like, so some people will believe something like this: you deposit $10, turn it to $102,000. How is that possible? I don't know how possible that is, but for me, I don't believe it's possible, because I look at the margin on the account. I see that this guy margin is very low. If you are in that kind of profit, your margin should come up, but the margin is very low. There is not even any margin there. And I saw one that uploaded a demo account that doesn't have where it says withdraw or something like that. So all these people, they are editing profit, posting just to lower you into buying costs or paying for their signals. But you guys are too blindly to see and understand those things. If he's able to turn $10 to $102,000, why asking you to buy a signal for $15? No, think about it. Just take your time and think about it. If he can be able to turn $10 week to week to $102,000, why selling signal for $50 for you? Like, if he makes that kind of money, he wouldn't even have those time to come on to be begging people to join his telegram group, private telegram signal group for $50. So you guys, sometimes I used to see people, and I don't blame people, because sometimes we value what we paid for more than what someone is giving to us out there freely. That's why people always eager to pay money to all those people that are selling dreams for them. Someone will tell you, someone will make videos now selling to you, telling you that they make $1 million they make $1 million trading, which is not true. Then you will believe them, you will buy those courses and that signal. They will end up selling those things to you and making that $1 million, living that lifestyle, selling those dreams to you. But people doesn't understand this. Most people you see on Twitter are influencers that are course sellers, signal sellers. Okay, just check. There is one guy, I don't want to mention anybody's name. There is one guy that is selling his course for $300,000, $200, $350,000, like that. Now check, 300,000 times 1,000 people is 300 million. So he can buy whatever car and he can do whatever he pleases to do, making such money from selling cars. But you people doesn't understand that most of these guys are not real traders. They sell those dreams to you because they know that once they go and rent car in Dubai, or go to Eco Atlantic with sports car, snap pictures showing you some dollars, telling you that they turned $50 to $100 million, that you will get you will be interested in buying their course because you yourself, you want to turn $50 to $1 million or so. all those things are not true, man. You people have to understand it. My mentor really opened my eyes in a whole lot of things, and my mentor is the first person that I has ever seen that always place $1 million in one single pair. Open a trade with $1 million in a single pair, because I believe that once you have account that is above $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, you won't be trading MT4 and MT5. You have your bank, create account for you, something like that. So, and when you are placing trade with such amount, with such account, you don't place based on lot size. You place trade with exactly amounts that you want to place. And this guy is not even selling dreams to people. Like, you'll be seeing that, yeah, this person is a real forex millionaire. He'll be showing you his position where he placed the market with $1 million. You will be seeing it. This trade is placed with $1 million. Stop loss is above $50,000, something like that. You'll be seeing it, and he doesn't come online to flash lifestyle and tell you to come and buy, because if you want to learn real trading, you join his community. If you don't want to learn, you walk away. So I'm not saying that, I'm not here to talk down against anybody, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is that you guys should open your eyes. Stop being too blind for someone to be selling you dreams that are not real, because I was once like this, and that never took me anywhere. I end up blowing account weeks to weeks, get into depression, selling everything I get to trade. So, and sometimes the funniest part of it is that there is something that is called beginner's luck. When you start it new like this, your first 10 trade is possibly to be a straight win trade. You'll be like, oh, you are getting it right, you are killing this game. And once that beginner's luck fade away, that's when you come into the reality, and you end up blowing your account. And you, week to week, you'll be like, I want to deposit another money. I want to go back, because this thing, I can still remember when I started new, I turned $50 to $1,000 in space of 6 days. What suddenly changed? Maybe let me deposit, So you will do this for months, even for years, before you will realize that trading is not a get rich quick game. Then you will start looking for to acquire the right knowledge that you need to become a profitable trader. So I'm trying my possible best to share this experience with you guys, and I'm not asking anybody for money. Yes, I'm not a millionaire trader yet, but I don't need your money. I don't sell course. I just come on YouTube, make a YouTube video. On my Telegram group is for free. Whenever I have set up or I see things going on the market, I share it with my friends that are in the Telegram group, which our Telegram is growing massively every week. And only one thing I'm asking you guys in return of all this knowledge that I'm sharing with you guys is to always subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the videos, drop a positive comment, because that's what other people we see that will drive them into joining our community, into paying attention to the channel, because I plan on start making start going live on YouTube on the trading days once my channel grows, because there is amount of subscribers you will have before YouTube will allow you to start going live, which I have not gotten to that part. So I'm begging you guys that are watching my videos, subscribe to the channel. That's the only support I'm asking in return of all this knowledge that I'm sharing with you guys. That's okay. So let me show you guys my spreadsheet on good, what the high institutions has been doing, why I noticed that they have been taking profit on their long. Guys, take a look at this. Where is my good spreadsheet? Okay, this is my good spreadsheet. I'm still working on the changes, the change in long and the change in shorts here, but let's look at from what has been happening from May. Let's start from May 7. You see, on the May 7, their position was 272,000. On May 14, their position on their long position is 277,000. On May 21, their position is 300,000 plus. On May 28th, they reduced it from 300,000 to 286,000. On June 4th, they reduced it to 284,000. So what are you seeing here? From increasing their long, going aggressively to reducing it and taking profit. You see, they are taking profit on their longs here. So as they are taking profits here and on their short position here, you see they are not really doing much on their short position, showing us that the market is still bullish overall, but there is some profit taking going on. That's why I told you guys that I'm still bullish on gold overall. Just that this profit taking that is currently taking place now. So after this profit taking, which I'm looking, where am I looking to start longing gold again? I'm looking at this high institution demand area, for this market to come to this demand area. And if you look at this demand area, let me zoom in, you will see that the trend line, this is the first touch of the trend line, this is the second touch of the trend line, and this is the third touch of the trend line. Here, this touch of the trend line always do the trick, just as Dr. Willis always say. And so for some people that always think that I'm against anybody, Dr. Willis is one of my mentor. But his course didn't make me profitable. I had to learn supply and demand and how the bank trading works to add to what I learned from him. And it's not, I have about 4 or 5 different mentors that I learned how to trade forex from. I learned all this, and every of my mentor, there is 1 or 2 that I learned from their course to join to my trading, to help me become a better trader. So shout out to that guy, man. He's one of the best trader in Nigeria, if not across the whole Africa. So I learned how to mark out key levels or from the monthly time frame from Dr. Williams, and I learned how to mark out all these trend line as well. And he's the first mentor that told me that the first to doing it through his course, because he will never respond to you if you message him. In his course, he always says it that the third touch of the trend line always does the trick, which is the true. I've already practiced it, used it in the past, and I have come to realize that the third touch of the trend line always does the trick. I still sometimes do go back to his course and watch it over and over again. I have a massive respect for him as well. So I don't know why some people always talking rubbish that you jump from your mentor course, you start trading supply and demand. Do you expect me to stay on one course if I'm not profitable with it? I have to learn every other thing that will make me profitable. And in all the courses that I've learned on how to trade forex, the best course that I've learned is my current mentor, which is Magic Trader, who that taught me how to trade supply and demand, and how the high institutions positions work, the CFTC data and everything. Supply and demand is what changed my life. It's what changed my trading skill. So shout out to all my mentors out there. This is all for this episode. I don't know if there is any other pair that I should be looking at. Let me check. Is there any other pair here? There's no other pair here that I should be looking at. BTC, I'm not interested in BTC. S&P 500, NAS 100, they are still bullish. There's nothing much going on there. I'm not interested in them. So guys, this is all for this episode, and I hope that you guys find this one helpful. Like I said earlier, please guys, all I'm begging you guys for return is to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and drop a positive comment, because that's what other viewers will see and and want to join our Telegram group and want to join our community. What I'm on here doing, I'm not on here to look for someone to pay me money for anything. I just want to build a community of traders around Africa, people that we can always come together, create one strong community that we always bring out ourselves to help out other people. And I hope that what I have been doing here on YouTube and on Telegram group, you guys are finding value to it. God bless everyone that has been supporting my channel, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I wish everyone a peaceful week ahead. The market is going to open in few hours from now, so I wish you guys the best for the coming week. Love and peace from me and the Potter.